I'll hand over to Thabang to also tell us about his YCAP journey.
My name is Thabang Monyeki, and I am originally from Northwest, in the city of Rustenburg, at the village of Sanfontaine. You know, throughout the YCAP project or program, for me it started in 2016, wherein before that I was an introvert. You know, I couldn't even stand in front of people to address them. And during our class, I was doing grade 10, one of the educators came to our class and said, "Hi, I'm looking for students or kids who are interested in doing YCAP." And you know, out of just curiosity, I was like, "No, I'm interested." And there was another teacher who was saying, "Hi, Thabang," because I was so troublesome. So Thabang meaning to say, in Thabang, I forget. You know, but I after class, I didn't really respond by then. After class, I went to that teacher. I said, "Ma'am," I said, "put me there. I want to be inside of this project." And then ma'am was like, "Hey, you know, just get in, it's fine." And I got in the program. We competed first time doing the project, you know, standing in front of people, talking English. You know, I couldn't even pronounce some words correctly because we are from the villages, and when you talk English, they say, you think that you are better. So the only thing that you do is talk Tswana. So we went, competed, won the district and the provincial round. We went to represent Northwest at the national level. And as Mbui was saying, you know, it was the first time being in a hotel. You know, even the food that we saw there, we were like, we never saw this food. Amanda is the best. You know, and we enjoyed ourselves. Unfortunately, we got position 5 in the project, but we realized that it's not about that. And one of the support team members in 2017, Kamohelo Kote, called us to say, "Hey, we were so impressed by your presentation. Come and join the support team." And we were like, "Yes, we are in." That time we are doing grade 11. So we were busy traveling through the province whilst we were doing grade 11. You know, having to juggle your academics and YCAP, you know, it was a lot, but we were able to push and to even pass with good marks. So, yes, and we also said, you know, it was the first time being in a flight. I was like, "Hey, Amanda is the best," and the YCAP thing. Yeah, so it was the first time being in a flight, first in my family. You know, no one has ever been in a flight. So the experience of YCAP, indeed, it exposed us to a lot of things. And then I went to Matric. During Matric, now I wanted to leave school because remember now, you know, I was into change. So I told my principal in March, while I was doing my Matric, I said, I want to leave school, man. I want to go and open a church. And the principal was like, "No, happy you are a national asset. You know, you have joined programs like YCAP, you should become a better person. And we are looking up to you." And I took those words, I completed my Matric. After Matric, I took gap year. And, you know, I kept on engaging with the program. And I realized, you know, people in the program, they are busy studying. I need to go to school. And I went to school, I completed my first qualification at the TVET college. You know, even when I went there, there was no hope that I could indeed, you know, become someone in life. But I said, you know, I'm going somewhere, man. Because of what I've learned in YCAP. You know, YCAP to me is more than a program. YCAP is alive. And I went and did advanced diploma in TVET teaching, and I qualified in 2024. This is a picture there. I'm a qualified lecturer. And you know, the program has continued working for me even after becoming a participant, because when I acquired a position of a lecturer, I put Amanda as a reference. And she did justice because she knew. You know, when you do good, people will reference you correctly and accordingly. And I got a first post as a lecturer in Letaba TVET College in Guyana campus. I worked for a month. I got another position after August, September. And Amanda had to reference and she was like, "Hey, Thabang, stop applying, these people are." You know, and now I'm a lecturer at Capricorn TVET College, Polokwane campus. And you know, it is because of the program. I cannot, say less or say more. I was the first one in my family to ever graduate. Not once, not twice, but thrice. I graduated this year with my honors in inclusive education at the University of Johannesburg, and I'm now studying my master's in inclusive education. And next year I want to register for my PhD. So the program is alive. There is a lot that I can say about this program. It has indeed shaped me to a better person that I am today. And I cannot stop telling people that YCAP is not a program. YCAP is alive. When you talk about YCAP, you are talking about us. We are the living testimonies of the program. We were nobodies. Even if you can check my pictures, somewhere I was black there, but now you see. So the program has indeed contributed. And I've also been promoted, because it's almost 10 years in the program, to become a national manager in the YCAP program. So I cannot say much or less. I am also appointed as a tutor at the University of Johannesburg. I am also appointed as a marker at Stadio Higher Education. Sky is the limit. I am seeing endless possibilities because of this program. YCAP is alive. Thank you so much.